Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to New Nostalgia, and today we are having the Battle of the Titans. I'm talking about the greatest point-and-shoot cameras you can buy. We're putting up my favorite point-and-shoot film camera of all time, the Olympus MJU II versus Contax T2, one of the most hyped film cameras of all time. Today, we'll be comparing two behemoths of point-and-shoot film cameras, even though they're really tiny. But don't sleep on them. They are incredible cameras. Now, this comparison video won't really get into all that technical jargon. For example, the MJU II lens has 4 elements in 4 groups, or the Contax T2 has 5 elements in 4 groups. None of that, because frankly, who cares? Nah, for real though, for the film photographer that's just trying to vibe, just trying to have fun, I don't really think that having super detailed technical specs, it's really gonna like change your mind or make a difference in what you're trying to buy. That's why today I came up with the most arbitrary, random, subjective, and ludicrous categories to compare both of these legendary cameras. And frankly, I think you might enjoy it. But before we start the video, I said I was never gonna do this, but I fell to the pressure. I got a TikTok. So check Newnostalgiafilm on TikTok. We're gonna be posting some behind the scenes stuff taken in the studio and show you some never before seen stuff, some results we got that you might not even see on IG first. You might see it on there first. So, you know, check us out on TikTok, I guess. Anyway, welcome back to New Nostalgia, and we're putting up the Contax T2 versus the Olympus MJU II.
What it do, baby?
Okay, so we're going for 5 categories to compare both of these cameras. And I'm gonna give a point to each camera, and we're gonna crown a champion. So it's 1 point per category. Category 1, the look. So I gotta be honest with y'all, I have to say, for the look, man, the Contax T2, man, it looks sexy as hell, fam. Like, this is a sleek camera. Listen, honestly, it is subjective, but I personally think that this camera looks amazing. You know, it's smooth as hell when you shoot with it. Like, it's like, I've tried a lot of point and shoot cameras, and this is the smoothest one. This is like driving a Mercedes. Super smooth, it looks good, it's sleek. It looks great. Like, I cannot lie. This is a beautiful camera. Now, the Olympus, I have to say, the Olympus is not as, it doesn't look as good as the Contax. Not as heavy. It's built out of plastic. It looks a little cheaper, but it's reliable, baby. It's like a Toyota, bro. It's reliable. It's a good camera, lightweight. Like, the black version actually, in my opinion, looks a lot better. So you could say that would give it extra points if it was in black, but I have to say for this round, if I'm being honest, yeah, the Contax T2 definitely wins. It just is just a far better looking camera, in my opinion. Olympus 0, Contax T2 1. Category 2, the fit in my pocket. So I've had a lot of point and shoots. For example, the T4, and bruh, like, point and shoot camera, you imagine it would fit well in your pocket. It kind of was a little bulky, so it was a little bulky in my, in my pocket. So that's why when I'm really thinking about a point and shoot film camera, I'm really thinking about something that, seamlessly in your pocket, just in your pocket, take it out, it's super easy. And mostly when you're a skinny guy like me and, your pants are a little slimmer, that you don't get that weird like wallet print that you get when your wallet, you got stacks in your wallet, and your wallet just sticks out of your pants. You really want it to just fit easy, and I'm not the type of guy that will really put in my jacket's pocket because it will fall. It's already happened to me. Somebody might steal it easier. When it's really in your pants jeans, secured, you're good. So if you compare the Contax T2, this thing, I'm not gonna cap. Look at this. Look at this. It's this is slim fit. It's bulky. Like, it's not smooth in your pockets. But if you compare the Olympus MJU II, it's better. It's a lot better. Okay, also have an anecdote about the Olympus MJU II. So I was in California on 4-wheelers, so we were in ATVs, I think, and I was trying to impress one of my homeboys, so I was going down this hill, and I hit a bump, and I flew like, bruh, I was so high up in the air, and I actually fell off my ATV, I think that's the word, and ATV was in the air and just ran over my whole body, and I had my Olympus in my pockets, and it survived. It's tough, man, and it fits so good in your pocket. It's tough, it survived. Yes, there's a little bit of sand in it, but I cleaned it off, and the pictures came back fine. So Olympus definitely wins this round. So for sure, the Olympus MJU II is taking this round. Olympus 1, Contax T2 1. Category 3. Man, now I know people are gonna hate this. I know it. Category 3, the hype. Which camera is hyper? Which camera, when people see you take it out your pocket, they're like, damn, son, okay, you rocking with that. Which one is the supreme of cameras, man? What is the hype? Now, people hate hype in this film community when people are selling Contax T2s or you take pictures with them, they're hating and all that. Let's leave all this behind. These are my categories, so let's leave all this behind. Let's talk about the hype. Which one is more hyped? Now, I've seen Frank Ocean. I've seen Gunnar Style. I even seen Kendall Jenner rocking the Contax T2. So many celebrities, so many pretty legendary film photographers have the camera. That's why the price is inexplicably high. Okay, now, and I'm not talking about is the price justifiable? Should it be that price? I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about pure off of hype. The Contax T2 is crazy hyped. Now, we're talking about the Olympus MJU II. Not as much hype, but there's some celebrities that have shot with it. Some great film photographers have shot with it. But if you look at the price and compare it to, not as bad. And if you want to sneak in the Yashica T4, which is like most of the time like $200 more expensive than Contax, my fault, the Olympus MJU II, I feel like, and both of them are plastic cameras. Yes, there's a lot of hype for the Zeiss lens that the Olympus does not have. But besides that, when you're looking at the body, and the lens is slower than the Olympus, which has a 2.8 lens, while the Yashica has a 3.5, I think. If you compare the two, like, you wonder why the Yashica T4 is more expensive. Because personally, I've had both, and the images are very comparable. So when you look at it, I feel like it's the hype. You know, the Gunnar Styles, unfortunately I have to say Terry Richardsons of this world that have used the camera, that have hyped it. So you clearly see that it is sometimes because of the hype that the price just hikes up. So for this round, obviously the Contax T2 wins. I mean, do you see what they're going for on eBay? Do you see who is rocking that camera? Gotta give it to the Contax T2. So for this round, for the hype, it's Contax T2 2 and Olympus MJU II 1. Category 4. Now, we've touched on this with the hype, but this is going to be easy. The price. This is going to be a quick one. Which one's more expensive? Which one is going to, destroy your wallet? I think it's pretty easy. It's the Contax T2, man. These are outrageously expensive cameras, fam. Going upwards to the most expensive you can find most of the time is like $1,200. The Olympus MJU II, I've bought some for under $200. This camera is expensive, the Contax T2. Mine, thankfully, I got a kind of a bargain for it, so that's why I can justify having one. But honestly, I made a video before. The Olympus MJU II is my favorite point and shoot camera of all time. But because, I could find a Contax T2 at such a, advantageous price, I definitely had to cop. So yeah, definitely it's the Olympus that wins this round because it is so much cheaper than the Contax T2, and it's a great camera. So Olympus MJU II 2, Contax T2 2, and we're tied. Final round to decide who's gonna win. And this category is really dumb, but I have to say it. Category 5, hates. Which camera is the most hated one? It's kind of stupid because we talk about hype, and with hype comes misunderstanding. It's for if you think about Supreme, people hate it because they don't understand it. They don't understand why people are forking so much money for it. And it comes with the territory. You give something that's pretty dope or good quality or something unjustifiable hype, and the prices just hike up. And the Contax T2 is hated. So hated. You look at reviews, you look at people talk about it, you're going to always have a little paragraph, a little sentence saying that We know Contax T2 overhyped, blah 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 blah, but it's a great camera still. Great camera. Does the price make sense? I've used the Contax, I've used the Olympus. Yeah, that price is kind of stupid. But I mean, you could change the aperture, which is kind of dope, but still. But for sure, a lot of hate. I've heard people bashing the Contax T2 when somebody's trying to buy one on these Facebook groups, and they give them like 1,000,001 options of what they could buy instead of that. People going crazy. While when you look at somebody looking for an Olympus MJU II, people don't have that much of a problem. You know, sometimes you're gonna hear people like saying, "Oh my God, Olympus MJU II," but rarely. And if you look for the Yashica T4, kind of the same thing. A lot of people hate on it. So you know, with all that hate, which I think sometimes is just unjustifiable, because like if you can afford to get the camera, man, and you know the game is the game. People are trying to make a buck, so of course with time things get higher. You know, hype, stuff like that, and some legendary people use it. So it's just part of the game. You know, people have a love for photography, art, and stuff like that, and I understand, but like at the end of the day, people are gonna do what they want to do, man, and there's not much you can do about it. So like again, if you have the money to buy the Olympus, you have the money to buy these hype cameras. I mean, if you have the money to buy the Contax T2, go for it, man. Like, I can't stop you if you want to put a crazy price for it. You look, the person that buys it. Like these celebrities that want to shoot film to get the money for it, so they're gonna fork up that money. It is what it is. But in terms of hate, the Olympus is a lot less hated than the Contax T2, so point goes to the Olympus. And Olympus 3, Contax T2 2. And that's it. We have a champion. It's the Olympus MJU II. That camera's the winner for my little goofy comparison. And I just want to say this was all jokes. Don't take this camera comparison review seriously. I didn't even give you specs. You know, I'm comparing a few images in this video, but it's nothing crazy. These are two great cameras. I've used them both. Very good image quality, very fun cameras to have. Yes, some of them are expensive, but if you're lucky enough to get one at a good price, definitely hop on that occasion. But again, once again, this is all jokes. It's nothing serious, you know. Sometimes it was fun to have a goofy comparison about these cameras, a little bit more in pop culture than in technicality or artistic value. So it is what it is. But thank you for watching the video. And as usual, check us out on social media. Don't forget we have a TikTok now, but we also have the Visco, Instagram, Newnostalgiafilm. Don't forget to like the video, share, comment. Do you think my categories were goofy? Do you own these cameras? Did anything I say was kind of true? Do you hate it? Like you hate Supreme? And you know, as usual, keep it nostalgic, fam.